What's up guys, it's Giraffe Plays Game here. Welcome to the first full flight video on the YouTube channel. We are down in the ground in Budapest in a Qatar Airways Cargo 747-8 freighter made by PMDG in the registration of Alpha 7 Bravo Golf Bravo. We are doing Qatar Airways or Qatar Cargo 8231 with the call sign Qatari 23 November. We're going from Budapest to Prague, normally done it in a 777 freighter, but I felt like doing it in a 74. Both airports can hold the 74, so why not? Let's have a bit of an iconic plane. So yeah, let's jump into the cockpit. So we are in the long panel state currently. Nothing really much else. We'll just get the aircraft prep while boarding and all that happens. So we'll go VORs, flight directors, VORs, and VOR. Oh, not what I want. VOR. Terrain, data, and traffic we'll have on the first class side, and we'll have data and traffic, and we'll turn on weather once we're there. We are on Vpilot but no ATC, and our final cruising altitude is flight level 300 or 30,000. So we'll place that in. Currently, QNH is 1016, so we'll set all those, change that back to hectopascals. Come to the overhead panel, we'll go through all it, so we'll go nav, nav, and nav. All of those can stay off for now. External power 2 is off, so we can open the side cargo. We will turn on the fuel pumps. Window heats are on. Packs 1 and 2 and packs 1 and 1 can come on, and then 2 and 3 off. We'll do wing and logo for now since it's just becoming sunrise, so keep them on for a bit longer. We should see Aorus starting to line. Lovely, cool. We will FMC enter position. We are in Lima Hotel Bravo Papa, which is Budapest. And then I don't know what, no, it's not going to accept the gate. Right, we'll just copy our present position and into there. Right. One thing I'll do while we wait is we'll change, that's the gear page, that's not the page I wanted. No. Bear with me. Nope, that's not the doors page. Doors page there, that shows us that. We will go to the D-Link ACARS menu pre-flight. What we need to do in here. So Qatar, call sign, flight number is 8231, but we'll just put our call sign in for simplicity. Qatari 23 November is into there. Which then if we come back down here, it should be in there. We're out of, again, Lima Hotel Bravo Papa to Prague, which is Lima Kilo Papa Romeo. Current time is 024 Zulu. We'll aim for like a 0440 Zulu departure. Estimated time en route. Simbrief is what I use to do flight planning. Says 53 minutes, so quite a short flight. So we'll place that in there. Since we're on VATSIM, we will be squawking 2000, and I've already put in Unicom, so that's fine. Seatbelt signs are on since we got the fuel in. The airline ID is QR, and then we'll click data sync. Cool. So for fuel figures today, if I go here, we're taking 25,200 kilograms of fuel, which should give us about 15 tons of reserves, because our trip fuel is about 9,500 kilos, and then we just got a lot of reserves, and then alternate to Leipzig. Don't know, just give me a random alternate for that. Yeah, that's Leipzig for alternate today. That should give us enough to go there in case of any bad weather in Prague, which I hope there isn't. Payload, we're taking a zero fuel weight of 287.7, which is a 68.3% load factor. And here's all the cargo figures if you're into that. We'll come back to the FMC, we'll send our request. And we should see all the trucks in position. As I said, starting to become sunrise. and then weather by active sky, and then FlyChrono for the time. But yeah, here we are, just to give you a nice little look around. We should have that, so we click load. Invalid entry, that's fine. So winds currently are 300 at 1. So if we come down to terminal charts, use airports from FMS, complete. Airport charts, loading chart, here we are. I wish there was dark mode, whatever. So we're parked over in this area, so we'll take, since what we'll do is we will get push. Is there a taxi? Do not cross. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we'll take Alpha 1, we'll get push, nose left, facing southeast, and then we'll taxi Alpha 1 all the way to the Alpha 1 holding point. Runway 31 left for a departure. Since we're parked over here, we don't want to make a long taxi all the way to 31 right. This is currently not in the scenery by LHSimulations, coming up in the V2 scenery, so normally that's where we'll be parked and we'll be taking that runway for departure, but since we're parked down here, we'll be taking a 31 left departure. If I click back, click edit clip, there we are. Are those RNAV departures? Yes. So today we are on the Badov to Romeo departure. So we'll tick that, click complete. Wait for the chart. So yep, off 3-1. Is this 3-1 right? Oh, it's giving us the wrong. Cool. Right. It's giving us. It's thinking we're taking the other runway. Cool. That's fine, we'll figure out once we put it into here. Flight number, as I said, we're just going to re-put it in Qatar, 23 November. Next page, you see all of the waypoints I've loaded, that's fine. Execute that. Come to the second FMC, go to wind uplink. That should be sent. I'm not entirely happy with all that, because wind uplink ready, so what we'll do, we'll click load. Cruising 300, click execute on that. Desk forecast is now ready, so if we go back to FMC, we click load. Right, transition altitude out of here. Yeah, we'll take the Badov to Lima is what we're taking. And just look, transition altitude out of Hungary is 10,000, so we'll place that in there. So as I said, reserves, that's alternate reserves. We've got about 15 tons of fuel, cost index of 147, which is quite high, but that's what Simbrief gave us, so that's what we will use. Yeah, so now we'll get our departure. We're off 3-1 left on the Badov, or Bado, because it's just shortened down to Lima. Execute, come to the init ref, which then now we'll come back to the FMC. The terminal charts, we will go back, we'll click edit clip. Departures only, we're on the Badov to Lima complete. So I'll walk you through once it loads. So we just fly runway heading until we reach BP 081, and then we just follow the SID all the way to BP 082, where we do about a 90-degree turn. Once we reach BP 083, we turn on 2-degree heading of 0308 to Badov, where we should be above level 140, which we should be easily making in this aircraft. And max of 230 knots until BP 801, which is not really a big issue. We're not going to speed up that fast. So now, if we come here, copy FMC data, conditions are dry, rest reduction, we can take the maximum because we're quite light, and the runway is like 12,000 feet, so that's fine. Anti-ice is not on today, center of gravity is a nice 22. And as I said, the winds are 300 at 1, QNH 1016 hectopascals. Click calculate. That is a bit weird. Oh, I think, okay, so that's a D rate. Can we take a D rate one? Yes, we can. Put less wear on the engine, so flaps 20. 312.9. Thrust reduction, we want to take a climb reduction because it's annoying. Select the temperature 39. That's giving us a climb reduction, so that's fine. Select the temperature 39. 90 point, so we just, it's a bit of a discrepancy, but that's fine. 132, 139, 152, 132, 139, 152, so all those are good. And then we'll put our V2 into the MCP, which we go 152. Runway heading for the airport, so we come back. Airport, runway heading 307. We'll initialize the flight as well. I realize I've got to use those side buttons. Cool, that's not it. We'll keep it on like that. So runway heading is 30. Oh, I forgot it. 307, I believe. Yep. So we'll scroll to the left. 307. That's about it for the flight planning. We'll keep that on there. We'll move to the legs page there. Cargo we're waiting on, so I'll just wait. I'll cut to when the cargo's finished loading and we'll get ready for engine start and pushback. I'll see you then. Right, so we are back. We just got that final piece of large luggage loading up into the main deck. Both lower deck cargo holds have been done. We won't shut the doors because GSX has some issues with that, but yeah, so while we do that, we can come to the checklist page and we can go oxygen, which is located down here. I can find the click spot. There we are, tested and 100% flight instruments heading 284, altimeter 1016, 510, 284, 1016, 510. Parking brake, we're on the chocks, but we'll set them for the checklist. Fuel control switches, which are all here, are all in the off position. Before start, passenger signs are on. MCP V2 152 heading 307, runway heading and altitude level 300. Takeoff speeds V1 of 132, rotate of 139, and then V2 of 152. CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim is, I don't know yet, and 0. Trim will be 6.2 and 0 and 0. Taxi, basically just Alpha 1 to the Alpha 1 holding point, runway 31 left. Take off on the bat of 2 Lima departure, just follow the SID. No ITC for instructions, so that's fine. And we've got the altitude restriction, which is 14,000 above that bat of, which we've got plenty of time to reach. And then the max 230, but that's fine, we won't reach that. Beacon, we'll turn to both once we start the APU. Oh, and we have Budapest Approach online. Lovely. Wasn't expecting ATC, but nice welcome. ATIS is on 132375. 132375. Let's see if we can give that a lesson. Right, apparently it doesn't like to listen, so I'll just click on it on the Vpilot. Going to close door 1 left, which we'll just click close all on the doors, because that's what it wants. Approach is on 122975. 122975. switch over, we'll switch back to Unicom when we're ready. So on Budapest Approach, if I get information hotel using 13 for departure, okay, so we're gonna have to redo that. That's fine. Let's call for clearance. Is it Budapest radar control? Before I control, I don't want to get it wrong. Doesn't tell me, I just call it Budapest Approach. Budapest Approach, Qatari 23 November, down on the ground in Budapest, requesting upper clearance to Prague as filed with information hotel on board.
Qatari 23 November, good morning sir, Budapest Approach. Current destination Prague via flight en route after airborne follow, Badov to Bravo departure. Standby.
So Badov to Bravo.
Badov to Juliet departure, departure runway 13 right. Initial climb 7,000 feet altitude by the QNH 1016 and your squawk is 4266.
So now I'll read it back. Qatari 23 November is clear to Prague via the Badov to Juliet departure off runway 13 right. Climb listed 7,000 feet on the QNH of 1016 and squawk 4266. Qatari 23 November.
23 November, clearance fully correct, report fine, ready for startup.
Wilco, Qatari 23 November. Right, so first things first, I always forget to do this, so we'll do it now. We'll put in a squawk of 4266, and now we've got a climb from ATC of 7,000, so we'll place that in there so the aircraft knows to climb to 7,000. Now what we're going to have to do, performance should stay the same, but we can redo it if we want, if we like. Use airports complete. Edit clip. I want the Badov to Juliet, please. Complete. So how does this departure differ? So off 13 right, it's just a bit more, still the 140, which is even easier to reach now, but otherwise just looping around, doing a 180 basically and flying to Prague. What we'll do, we'll come to the performance menu, we'll come to departure to Juliet off 13 right, take speeds deleted, we can acknowledge that. We will come back to the EFB, we'll copy FM, yep, oh, we'll show the keyboard. That is not what I wanted, I wanted to copy FMC data. That's fine. Show the keyboard now. 300 at 1. QNH 1016. That's fine. Thrust reduction, takeoff 1, black config, optimum. Yep, optimum and off. Or you will calculate. That's not show keyboard 22. I don't think anything's selected temperature of 38, but that's about it. Okay. That just increases the N1 by 0.2, not going to make a big difference, so that's fine. 13, same V speed, same takeoff weight, that is all good. And all that, if I get rid of the yoke, all that does is just extends our route to Prague. Now we've got to flip it to 137 due to our departure runway being different. I've gone to, no, 137, I believe. Let me double check that before. I've already made myself seem done with that, but let's just go back. Airport. (127), my bad. So new taxi route is just Charlie and then Delta for 13 right. So new heading is 127. Too far off. And then we can click airport. And what that does is give us the taxiway, so we can follow it. Water brakes, RTO, fuel tank engine, which should just be getting rid of those two. Crossfeeds? No, that's not my issue. Oh, I forgot to get rid of that crossfeed. Those two crossfeeds. That gets rid of that warning. Those all warnings should go away once we start engines. So we'll bring this page onto the statistics, and we go start 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. We should be getting oil pressure. No. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Now we are oil, N2, N1, and N2 is rising. Exhaust gas temperatures are rising, which is EGT. N1's rising, N2's rising, and oil quantities going down. That's all to be expected. On the correct AIRAC, that's fine. All doors are closed. As you see, it's gone down very quickly. And one's at 100%, which then gives us APU gens 1 and 2, which we will swap over to. Parking brakes are set from our checklist, so what we do is come ground connections, release, release, and remove. We will bring up the GSX menu, which hopefully you guys can see. Yes, you can. Prepare for push and start, please. And then now call the tug. GP is disconnected, and that's the tug coming. Right, we will turn number 1 to aux. Wait for the light to go out. Number 2, wait for the light. Number 3, wait for the light. And number 4 to aux as well. We can turn on the beacon since the APU is now started.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Come to the checklist page. Checklist complete. That's before taxi, so that's fine. Come to the engine page. We have auto start on this. Yep.
Locking gear.
Locking gear. Qatar 23 November, fully ready for push.
Qatar 23 November, pushback at approved facing to northwest, report line ready for taxi.
Pushback approved, place northwest, Qatar 23 November. Right, now we're just waiting on GSX to do its thing. We want to come nose right.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Release parking brake. So parking brake's released.
Commencing push.
And then I'll come over here, start the first officer's clock. All engines clear. So I don't know how Qatar do it, but I normally start 4 and 3, wait for pressure, and then auto start kicks in. Right, I have no idea what GSX is doing, but right, that was weird, we're just going to ignore that. Right, engines are starting. Just waiting for those to go cut out. The way you can see, oh, they're already cut out. Lovely, cool. They're ready. We need to wait for the engine running instead of the auto start there. There you are, you can hear them click back now, which means they are running. Engines 1 and 2, wait for some N2 to come, good, starting 1 and 2. That's good, we will come down here. I just want to do some weather radar, some weather plus turbulence, and that's all I wanted to change. Exhaust, and those are all starting perfectly, that's fine. Bring that up now.
Set parking brakes.
GSX wants us to set parking brakes are set. There's the starters clicking back. We're waiting for running, which it is, meaning we got 4 good engine starts. Those are warnings we are expecting because we've put them to aux position. So now we go auto. Wait for the light to go out, auto. Light should go out, that's fine. Those warnings go away. TCAS off, that's a normal warning. Right, anti-ice not required. Recall, which is this button here, just TCAS, that's fine. Flight controls, which is this page. So we go full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral. I knew that was going to happen for some reason. Rudder, full right, left, neutral. Parking brake keeps coming off, that's annoying. Whatever, come back to the checklist. Flight controls are checked. One more thing, trim of 6.2.
Right is clear.
That's done. Left is clear, right is clear. That means ground equipment is now clear. That's fine. Flaps before takeoff. Flaps 5, 10, 20. And then we'll wait for the flaps. The flaps. So the slats are now out, which is fine, and we get some nice PBR reflection of the sun. And then the flaps take a bit longer. While we do that, taxi checklist, just taxi light on, turn off. Yeah, we can turn offs off as well. Wait for the ground for GSX to go away. And I'll let you watch the flaps go down because it's quite a nice sight. Lovely. And then what I forgot to do nearly, packs 2 and 3 now on please. And APU to the off position as well. Parking brakes out, auto brakes RTO, seatbelt signs on, those are all normal warnings. Flaps are normal, that's after takeoff so we can get rid of the checklist. We can call for taxi, Qatari 23 November, requesting taxi 13 right.
Qatari 23 November, taxi to holding point Delta runway 13 right via Golf and Delta.
Golf. Taxi Delta holding point for 13 right by Golf and Delta Qatari 23 November. Golf. Okay, must be just mismatched charts, but straight down all the way to the end. That's fine. So what we do now is disengage parking brakes, and since it's a big beast, we want to add some good amount of power in. Gonna take a while. There we are. Go down this view, we can see we're moving. To get some good views. Right, so we're just going to correct ourselves on the line a bit. So yeah, basically just down there at the end, turn left, and then down there to the right to hold short of the runway. Same on that chart, so that's fine. Speeding up a bit too much, so we'll pull the power back a bit, and then we'll apply some brakes to just bring us back down. So there's frequencies, we're already on correct frequencies, so that's fine. So when you turn, you want to bring it to down about 10 ground speed, so we'll apply the brakes a bit. And then we'll go past the turning point a bit, just because we're among the aircraft. Start turning. Go a bit more actually. Now if we look to the right, go past the turn point, start slowly turning. Always easier to see I took the turn a bit too early, meaning We got to correct ourselves a bit. That's fine. At least no wheels went on the grass, which is the main point. Now under turn. That's fine. Right. So we click middle mouse button to get all the lights down. Taxi off. Strobe now on. TCAS to TARA, and then we'll take the weather radar on our side. Get rid of the airport. We'll increase that to 5. Flaps 20, that's fine. We will switch over to our departure on that chart. RTO, on our VNAV, lights are all on, strobes are on, no warning messages. ORBX RTO, that is fine, we'll call fully ready. Qatar 23 November, fully ready, 1-3 right.
Qatar 23 November, runway 13 right, cleared for lines, and takeoff, wind variable 2 knots.
Clear to takeoff, runway 13 right, copy the winds, Qatar 23 November. Right, so we're clear for takeoff, we got winds variable 2 knots. We did 1 knot because that's what was at that time, but really shouldn't affect takeoff too much. Just nicely get this, I think I've put very close to clipping it. But as you see, reason why we're not turning so nicely, haven't slowed down to a good speed. I think I've butchered this a bit. Yeah, I have. Lovely. Whatever. We're off a bit off center line, that's fine. We will start the clock and then start doing that. Wait for the engines. Yep. Tow go. Just try to bring it back onto the center line. Power is set, speed is now live. $100 knots, cross check. V1, rotate. So we'll pull back, and follow the glide, which is, we're trying to get the dot to follow, directly in the cross, which is good. Positive climb, gear is coming up now. You see we're a bit below what we're meant to be doing, that's fine. Qatari 2-3 November with you, climb through 1,000 feet.
Qatar 23 November, identified, climb flight level 240.
Climb level 240, Qatari 2-3 November. Right, I'll just turn on the autopilot because FMC message, probably insufficient fuel, which is normally what happens. So what we do, just drop it down to 10 tons. Shouldn't affect anything. Bring that to the progress page, we're clear to climb 240. So we will take that up to 2-4. After takeoff, do that. Flaps, we will come here. Flaps 10. We'll like to increase speed just so we don't stall out the sky. And then that's flaps 5 speed, will come flaps 5. Flaps 1 speed, so we come flaps 1. And then on that VNAV should be starting to turn to the left, which we are. And then since we're above flaps up speed, we will come and call flaps up the last bit of the flaps should be coming up, and then the slats are going away as well. And we're turning to the left to follow the SID, or the Standard Instrument Departure, as its full name. Right, so we come to the checklist. After takeoff checklist is complete, we can do that. Descent checklist is when we're closer to descent, so we can get rid of that as well. And up we go. We'll increase the ND just so we can look at that.
Qatar 23 November, cancel SID, proceed direct to Badov.
Cancel SID direct Badov for Qatar 23 November. Right, so that means we can go direct to Badov, which is just a nice shortcut, which is fine with me, so yeah. We're going to start turning left again. Right, so we're approaching 10,000 feet, which is our transition altitude. So once we reach 10,000, what we do, we click standard. That'll drop us down to standard. 10,000 feet, all the lights can come off. And as well, 10,000 feet, seatbelt signs to auto. You'll hear the ding in the background, meaning they're off. And I'll see you guys in cruise. I'll give you some nice and relaxing cruise when I see you closer to top descent. Welcome back to the cockpit, where we are currently in cruise, just reaching waypoint of Berva, and then we're turning on to Mava. So yeah, we're about 80 out from top descent, so we can start planning our arrival. Winds in Prague are currently 210 at 6. So what we'll do, we'll come to the charts, terminal charts. My bad, let's click the wrong one. Prague. And we've got 210 at 6, so best runway is runway 24, which will give us a long taxi, but the winds are giving us 2-1, so we're taking 2-4 for arrival, which is perfectly reasonable. For the arrival, I need to figure out, we are on the Victor Lima Mark 3, the Flightsim 3 Sierra on the ILS 24 with the errative transition. So it's still there, here we are, ILS 24, Flightsim 3 Sierra with the errative transition. Execute that. Now if we walk all the way through, that's all fine. That's the final waypoint of the runway. What's that going to do? It's going to extend our top descent by quite a lot, which was expected to happen, so it's fine. And I'll talk to you guys once we get to 40 nautical miles to 12%. That's when we will start beginning to plan descent and all that, like the proper, and do the descent checklist. I'll see you then. Rightio, so one thing that I forgot to do was set the heading around to the next waypoint, which is 247. So we're 40 out, so we can start doing all these descent checklists. So descent checklist recall, which is this button here, checked, nothing there. Notes are checked. Order rakes. We'll go level 2 for today, because we got quite a long runway, so that's fine. Inlet ref, flaps 30 today, +5 for wind correction, so that's 156. Minimums, so if we bring ourselves to terminal charts, bring it back, edit clip, we need that. ILS 24 complete. Give it a minute to load, which it is. So 4,000 interception. Final approach was 241, that's fine. Decision altitude, Cat 2 should be fine. The decision height of 1,258. So if we click reset on that, doesn't work, that's fine. We just need to pull that all the way to 1,258, I think. Let me just double check before we go. 1,258, yes. So since this... Does this... Yes, it does, cool. So 60, and then 1,258 is set. Next waypoint heading is 293, so we'll place that in there. So VREF, flaps 30, 151, +5 is 156, approach briefing complete, normal. That's when we pass our transition level, which hopefully should be on the chart. Transition level by ATC, so what I do is I just go to the main chart, to one of the departures, and just take the transition altitude and make that the transition level. You know what? We'll make transition level to 7,500 just to give us some headroom. So we come descent forecast 7,500. Bring that back to the legs page so we can get rid of the checklist. Since we're about 15 out, we can bring it to 4,000 feet, which is a glide slope capture, like that. Now we just wait for descent. Bringing that back to the progress page. And while we wait for descent, actually, we can come onto the plan page, make sure the arrivals. Yep. I'm more confused with what's happening. Oh, we got vect. Oh, I see. Okay. So we got to go RATTEV, get rid of the radar vectors, which apparently invalid because the vectors moved. Move RATTEV up there. So now, if we step through it now, should not give us that massive line. Yeah. Cool. That's been solved. So we got about 5 to go, so we'll come to the wing view because the engine decelerating is quite nice when you descend, so I'll just be quiet until we start descending. There we are, the nice sounds of the engines quieting down. And then there's our descent profile should be matching, which the autopilot should do by itself. So there's not really much to do right now with descent. I'll cut all this out for you guys so you don't have to be bored and be watching just the aircraft go down. So once we reach about near 10,000 feet, I'll cut back in and then we'll get on from there. Radio everybody, welcome back. Hopefully we're going to have a successful landing. We're coming through 11,000 feet now. As you can see, we're slowing down to 240 knots because below 10,000 feet around the world you need to be below 250 knots just for noise restrictions and all that. So that's what's currently happening. We're close to 10,000, so what we can do is come down here, main deck alert, and the seatbelts are on. That means anybody who's on the cargo holds, because if you're carrying live cargo like animals and something, they'll be taking care of them. Now they know you got to leave them there and go back up to the upper deck and take your seats for landing. Altimeters should be in about 3,000 feet, my bad. 10,000 feet, so we can turn the landing lights, turn off. I just turned all of them on now. I know you're not meant to, but it's just easier, it was just easy for me to forget, so I just turned everything on now, just to make sure I don't forget anything. When you see there's the airport. Hope. No, it's not the airport. Is that? I think that's a different. Yeah, it's not our airport. What airport is that? It's not an airport, apparently. Okay, that's lovely. Just clouds ahead, so that's fine. 10,000 feet now. We'll get the QNH for Prague, which is 1017, so we'll put that into the standby. Once we click stand in, I'll take us to 1017. Current weather into Prague is a temperature of 16, winds at 230 at 6, so runway 24, perfect. There is showers, clouds broken at 3,800, light rain. Visibility is greater than 10 kilometers, so that's fine. So maybe might have to turn on windshield wipers if the rain gets a bit much, but light rain shouldn't be too much of an issue for the arrival in this aircraft to handle. Got 30 nautical miles to run till we reach Prague, so that's fine. I normally start slowing down about 20 out from the airport, so we got plenty of time. So the airport should be like in that area direction. So we're coming through 7,600, 7,500 now, so that's transition level. Set it to 1017, which is the local QNH for the area. So we're currently on a makeshift down leg drag required. So what that means, we need to start deploying the speed brakes to make sure we can slow down and descend. So now we're kind of on like a downwind, and once we turn base, what I'll do is I'll click localizer, which will capture us on the localizer, and then glide slope, which will hopefully take us down to the runway. So that message is gone, so that means we can retract the speed brake. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go past 23 because that past 20 a bit. I'm going to wait until we get to 4,000 just to make sure we've got no issues capturing the glide slope. But for now, what we can do is arm the speed brake. We come to charts again, we go back, we click on the arrival, just straight in, descend by a 3-degree glide slope, so that's perfectly fine. So we're on the base leg now, so we click localizer. VNAV speed and idle power, that's fine. Check init ref again, 151, so 156 is still a correct landing speed. That's fine. Then I'll take manual control of the speed. What we'll do now as well, we'll click approach mode. All the autopilots will come on. Localizer and glide slope is now what we're waiting for. Move that one. Oh, that was not what I was going to do. I'm going to progress on that. Localizer captured by that. Now we're waiting for the glide to come in. So since we're down to speed now, we can go flaps 1. We'll just pass the glide a bit, so it's going to come capture us again. I'll get rid of the yoke so I can, that's fine. There's the glide, we're just waiting for that to come in. Right, I'm going to start slowing down massively. There's a glide slope as well, so we'll keep in mind the speed of 151 plus 5, which is 156. The runway, I am not yet sure where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I thought that was a lake. No, it's not. It's just the airport not loading in. There's the runway. 2 whites, 2 reds, so we're stable on the approach. Gear down. We'll go... Right, I've kind of left this for a bit late, but that's fine. 156. Why does it look like we're landing into a... I have no idea. Fog? I have no idea. Okay. We'll come flaps 20 now. There's the rain. Flaps 25, and I forgot to do the approach checklist, but that's fine. We'll do it now. Landing checklist, speed brake arm, landing gear down, we're waiting for flaps 30, which we can do now. And you'll hear the engines kick up due to the amount of drag we've brought out. Flaps 30 landing checklist is complete. One thousand checked. Right, and I'll take manual control now. Cancel the warning. See, we're just coming a bit. So we'll just slowly point the nose down a bit more. Oh, what the frick was this terrain warning at? 2 whites, 2 red, 3 whites, 1 red. Sorry, 3 reds, 1 white, my bad. That's fine.
100. Approaching minimums. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Pull the throttle back. There we are. Nice. Not the smoothest of landings, but we're down on the ground and it wasn't too hard. Reverses green, decel. So we're not going to vacate via Charlie, we'll vacate, we'll manual braking, stow the reverses, get rid of the auto brakes. Reverses stowed, we will get rid of, I want to slow down please, lovely. We'll reduce, we'll pull up the flaps. Since we're going to be crossing our active runway, I'll keep the strobes and traffics on. Because we just got a taxi Delta via Delta cross 1 to Juliet Yankee to the east apron. And then we'll stop the clock because we've landed. And we're looking for echo stands, which none of them are suitable. Really lovely. No, we want to. I don't know where I'm taxiing as well. So I go that way, right? So the echo stands are too small for us, which is a bit of a joke. Ramp 3. You know what? We will wait for a follow me because I have no idea what that is. So yes. We should see up here, handling by Airport Prague. We will get rid of this. Gives me good time to do follow me vehicle on the way. We'll wait for the follow me to come. 2 minutes. Bit of a wait. Start the APU. We'll just clean up the aircraft while we wait then. Barrow reset's not working. It's fine. 58 seconds. Right, okay. There's the follow me car. What we'll do, we won't blind the follow me car, so we'll just turn off the turn-offs. What does it do? What? What is it doing? I'm really confused what it's doing, but that's fine. Took the wrong turn or something. What? What? Sorry, what are you? Is this follow me car okay? Cool. parking brakes. That might be a useful thing to turn off. There we go. We'll grab some charts up as well on that. Right, the rain's doing its rain dance. Can you go a bit quicker for me, please, sir? Right, we have crossed the runway, so what I'll do, strobes off, and TCAS all the way to standby. Where are you going? Can you really tell me where you're going, please? I think it's taking me to a passenger gate, and I don't like that. But whatever. Huh? Lovely. Okay. Right, I do apologize for the rain. I don't know what's happening. But it's just having a spaz attack, obviously. Yeah, it's parking me at a passenger terminal. That's not entirely where I want to park, if I'd be honest with you. So what we're going to do, we're going to change parking. I'm going to go to the Echo stands. And then I'll just edit the size of the stands. Echo 3, that's fine. No, thank you. Do we get any option of where Echo 3 is? No, we get nothing. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go unhide, menu bar, Addons, GSX, customize airport positions. Oh, you can't see this, that's okay. Echo 3, apply. Now if we change parking facility back to Echo 3, right, cargo, no. There we are, cool. We just taxi down Alpha all the way to Tango and then right onto Tango. So yeah, that's where we're parking. Let's not get distracted. Yeah, because what I was trying to do was it was trying to park me like over here, which is not for us, it's for the passenger. So I just edited the aircraft size that's allowed on the stand to make it sure we can fit so we can get ground handling and all that. Alright. So we don't want to blind the marshaller, so we'll turn off the taxi lights. And we'll kind of cut this short just because the taxi onto stand is a bit it's not a lot of room to, you know, play with. So we turn a bit left and then now just whip it all the way to the, it's way too much. Obviously realism at its finest. Yeah, that's... Oh, we missed it by one. That's fine. Parking brake is now set. Engines 4, 3, 2. No. I've got to do one thing. Let's turn on the APU gens. Right. Always turn on the APU gens before, because otherwise bad things happen. Get rid of the terrain, data, traffic, terrain. No, I didn't know that. Data, traffic on my side. VORs, airport. Lovely. Right. What we can do now, get rid of the beacons and allow people to stand up, or do request deboarding, hydraulic systems off. Come to the FMC, go to F sections, ground connections, set the wheel chocks, get rid of the parking brake because we've got wheel chocks, wait for the ground power to come alive. While we do that, checklist, fuel pumps. I want us to open all the doors. I'll open the doors in a minute once we get ground power available. The ground power APU now off. Switch off number 2, because I'm going to give you guys a treat. What we're going to do, F's action in service vehicles. Request the tail stand. Some of you might know what I'm doing, some of you might not, but that's fine. Open the door, open side cargo, and as well, I'll open the nose cargo as well. Fuel pumps, we will now do that. Parking brake is set, that's fine. IRSs, we'll secure the aircraft since we're not flying this again by turning them off. Yep, emergency lights off. Packs, we'll leave them, I don't know where the emergency lights are, but we'll leave them on. Packs 1, 2, and 3 off. Securing the aircraft complete. There you are, there's the nose opening. What we'll do as well, F actions, vehicles, request nose cargo. What we should see, hopefully, is that loader coming there. Nothing's going to be offloaded there, but just a nice visual to have. Right, that is it. We're safely on the ground. GSX parked us a bit far, but that's... I should have been watching, but I was just following GSX. That's us down on the ground as Qatar, 23 November in Prague from Budapest, with a very short flight time of 53 minutes, so we're bang on what we're meant to take. I forgot to stop the clock, but our block time was 1 hour 13, so I'm happy with all that. Get rid of that. Thank you for joining me, and for this first video, sorry if any quality is a bit crappy, but first video will get better over the time. Thank you very much. From Qatari, 23 November in a 747-8, Freighter, Alpha 7, Bravo Golf, Bravo. See you later. Get draft those games. Peace out.